Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast and the Brenner Breakdown for college football. Right now, it's Friday, September 7th, but I'm telling you right now, we're having an early video for early Saturday football games and throughout the rest of the day for Saturday, September 8th. So let's get into it. Guys, also tomorrow, I'm still going to have my Major League Baseball show tomorrow morning, so make sure you tune in for that because on the free picks, we're 14-6. We're getting it done. I'll take that record any day of the week. College football is in full mode, and I'm ready to go. All right, Duke taking on Northwestern. Both of them are 1-0. Right now, Duke is getting 3 points. So Northwestern is favored -3. The total's at 48.5. Duke pounded this team last year. We'll see if revenge is in the air for Northwestern. Then you got Western Michigan taking off a pissed-off Michigan team. Michigan ranked 14th in the country. Jim Harbaugh, all the naysayers are on his tail, and he does. He's got questions to answer. They're not performing. They're favored -27.5. I don't know. I'm staying off of that one. Rutgers at Ohio State without Urban Meyer. They did okay last week, but they're going to hear his voice this week. He's allowed to be in the coaching meetings. They're favored -34.5. The total's at 63 against Rutgers. No call on that. Baylor at UTSA. Baylor -16 favored in this game. The total's 51. Baylor, they got a lot of returning starters. They're pissed off still about what happened 3 years ago with that organization. I'm telling you, this might be one to look at, but no official call. Then you got Clemson taking on A&M. Clemson favored -12. We'll get back into that game later on. Mississippi State, guys, taking on Kansas State. Mississippi State ranked number 18 in the country, pounded Stephen F. Austin last week. Now, Kansas State, they got 116-year-old Bill Snyder still coaching that team. But you know what? Last week, they squeaked by South Dakota by 3 points. I think Bill Snyder, it might be time to bow out. Right now, Mississippi State favored -8. The total's at 54. No call on that. Chip Kelly and the UCLA Bruins going to take on Oklahoma. Oklahoma stormed out of the gate last week. Chip Kelly and UCLA, hell, they lost at home to Cincinnati. Right now, Oklahoma favored -30. The total's at 64. Too high for my blood. Then you got Georgia at South Carolina. The Bulldogs, Kirby Smart and company, favored -10. Totals at 56. We'll get back into that game later on. Colorado taking on Nebraska. Nebraska's finally going to be able to debut their new head coach, Scott Frost of UCF. Undefeated team last year. Last week, they got delayed from weather. That game ended up getting canceled. Colorado, they pounded Colorado State, so they got one game under their belt. Nebraska favored -3.5. The total sitting at 64. A lot of hype in this game. Arkansas State taking on Bama. Bama is just a damn machine, bottom line. Quarterback issues or not, they're a machine. Arkansas State, all right, they got a senior quarterback that's sharp, but he's getting ready to see a defense like he's never seen. Bama, -36. The total, 65.5. No call on that. Kentucky taking on Florida. Will Muschamp used to be at Florida. He's not anymore, and Florida wants to show something different. Florida favored -13.5. Kentucky 1-0. They got Dan Mullins, their new coach, so they want to show something also. That total is sitting at 51. I've got nothing there. Cuidado, as they say in Spanish. Be careful with that pick. Then you got Penn State taking on Pitt. Penn State pissed off about that game last week. Appalachian State took the Nittany Lions into overtime, and Penn State got lucky, came away with the win. Pitt 1-0 this year. They got a lot of new changes. We're going to see what happens. Right now, Penn State, number 9 in the country, favored -8.5. The total sitting at 55. Tulsa's taking on Texas. Texas's team is a mess, and they can prove it. Tulsa is 1-0. They had a big win last week. Texas, they're swimming just to get their head above water. No call on that, but Texas is favored -23. The total at 61.5. All right, then you got UCA taking on USC, Southern Cal, taking on Stanford. That's going to be a hell of a game. Stanford ranked number 13 in the country. USC ranked number 15 has a freshman quarterback, so you got to be careful there. And Stanford's favored -6 in that ball game. No call. Then you got Cal taking on BYU. BYU has a lot of returning starters. They're both 1-0, but I'm telling you, quarterback situation right now at Cal is up in the air. No one knows. And BYU showed a defense like they haven't had in a long time. BYU favored -3, 46.5 is the total. Then you got Michigan State taking on Arizona State tomorrow night. Arizona State, they cashed a ticket for us last week in Herm Edwards' debut as a college coach. What a great job. He's going to pump these guys up. Michigan State, I think they're overhyped. I think that offense has not a lot of potential. Right now, though, Michigan State favored on the road, -6. No call. All right, guys, I got 2 free picks, college football style. We're going to put them out right now. We're going to take, first of all, pull that trigger, the Georgia Bulldogs on the full game, -10 at South Carolina. That's right. Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby Smart, going to be too much for Will Muschamp at South Carolina. On the full game, take the Bulldogs, -10. Our second pick, and I love it, pull that trigger, Clemson Tigers, baby, on the full game, -12 against Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher is getting ready to realize what he stepped into, and it ain't a whole bunch of talent. Trust me, it's going to be a learning process there, and I just think he's going to get out-coached, and that team will manhandle him. So make sure, again, Clemson on the full game, -12, and we're taking Georgia on the full game, -10. All right, guys, 2 free picks. We're 14-6 out of 20. That's getting it done. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Major League Baseball pick show. Okay, I'm filming this and putting it up early so you can get the advantage in college football. Let's bet responsible. Let's beat your bookie, and let's build that bank with Brenner. Don't forget that Brenner Blast and that Brenner Breakdown is coming to you, baby, college football style. Hey, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay disciplined, and always remember, family comes first. So make sure you don't get all tied up and wrapped up in your accounts and TV this week. Spend time with your family. It's most important. Have a great day, guys. Again, 2 picks, and I love both of them. We're taking Georgia on the full game and Clemson on the full game. And if you guys want, I got private paid picks, guys, that are cashing left and right. Get a hold of me, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com, or send me a text message, 281-871-8985. Have a great day. Let's have a great weekend. Let's cash those tickets responsibly.